Being unable to get someone out of your mind indicates that there is a strange kind of exhaustion that does not come from the body. You can sleep for 8 hours, wake up rested, go through your day, and yet someone is still there, in your mind, in your silence, in moments when you should be focused, and moments when you should be at peace. You try not to think about them. You distract yourself. You stay busy. You tell yourself it's nothing, but they return. Not loudly, not dramatically. They return quietly, like a memory that refuses to fade, like a presence that never truly leaves. And that's when you start asking yourself, why can't I get this person out of my mind? Tonight, listen carefully, because being unable to get someone out of your mind indicates something far deeper than attraction, far stronger than habit, and far more meaningful than coincidence. Subscribe now to Psych Secrets and be part of a journey where every video inspires you to see life with a new perspective. 1. It indicates an unfinished soul connection. Some connections don't end when people leave. They don't disappear when communication stops. They don't fade with time. Why? Because not every connection is meant to be finished quickly. Some people enter your life to activate something inside you, not to stay forever, but to change you permanently. When you can't stop thinking about someone, it often means your soul never got closure. There were words left unsaid, emotions left unexpressed, moments that ended too early, and your mind keeps replaying them. Not because you're weak, but because your soul is still searching for completion. This isn't obsession. This is unfinished energy. Your soul is trying to understand why that person mattered the way they did. 2. It indicates emotional imprinting. Some people don't just pass through your life. They imprint themselves on your nervous system, their voice, their presence, the way they made you feel seen, or safe, or alive. Your brain remembers them because they created a chemical shift inside you. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. But deeper than chemistry, they touched something emotional that few others ever reached. That's why they show up in your thoughts during quiet moments, because your mind associates them with a version of you that felt more alive. You don't miss them alone. You miss who you were when they were around. 3. It indicates that they are thinking about you too. Here's a truth most people won't tell you. Thoughts are not always one-sided. Energy moves in loops. When someone appears in your mind repeatedly, without effort, without intention, without logic, it is often because your emotional frequency is being activated. Sometimes, they are thinking about you at the same time. Sometimes, they are remembering you with the same intensity. And sometimes, your thoughts are simply responding to an invisible pull between two emotional states, still connected. Not every thought comes from you. Some are felt, not created. 4. It indicates you were emotionally vulnerable with them. You don't think about everyone. You think about the ones you were emotionally open with, the ones who saw your softer side, your unguarded moments, your honesty. Vulnerability creates attachment, and attachment doesn't dissolve easily, especially when it wasn't betrayed, just interrupted. Your mind revisits them because they witnessed a version of you that felt real, and real connections are rare. 5. It indicates a lesson still waiting to be understood. Some people stay in your thoughts because the experience with them was meant to teach you something about boundaries, about love, about timing, about yourself. Until the lesson is understood, the mind keeps replaying the memory, not to torture you, but to awaken awareness. Once you understand, why they came into your life, their hold on your mind begins to loosen. 6. It indicates you are in a period of emotional growth. This phase, thinking about someone constantly, often happens right before emotional transformation. You are shedding an old version of yourself, and your mind clings to the familiar, while your soul prepares to evolve. They represent a chapter you are closing, and closure doesn't always come with goodbye. Sometimes it comes with understanding. 7. It indicates you loved without protection. The deepest thoughts come from the deepest loves. If someone lives in your mind, it's because at some point you loved them without armor, and that kind of love never disappears instantly, fades slowly, with grace, with acceptance, with growth. 8. It does not mean you should chase them. Listen carefully. Thinking about someone does not mean you are meant to return. It means you are meant to integrate what they awakened in you. Not every connection is meant to continue. Some are meant to prepare you. And once they've done that, your task is not to chase the past, but to carry the lesson forward. 9. It indicates you are becoming more self-aware. The fact that you notice the pattern, the recurring thoughts, the emotional echoes, means you are conscious. You are not lost. You are awakening. Most people distract themselves. You are listening, and that awareness is the beginning of emotional freedom. 10. One day the thoughts will change. One day they will cross your mind, without pain, without longing, without confusion, and you will realize they were never meant to stay. They were meant to wake you up, to show you how deeply you can feel, how strongly you can connect, how powerfully you can love. And when that happens, you won't forget them, but they will no longer control you. Final message: slow, calm, powerful. If someone lives in your mind tonight, don't fight it. Observe it. Understand it. Thank the memory for what it taught you. And trust this: what is truly meant for you will never require confusion, anxiety, or constant mental struggle. Peace is always the sign. You are aligned, and the moment you choose peace, your mind will finally rest. Subscribe now to Psych Secrets and be part of a journey where every video inspires you to see life with a new perspective.